Good afternoon, everyone. I'm still waiting to meet up with my friend with regards to the information that we've discovered, but I thought I'd share a little bit with you. Today, we will do a collab that will come later. Social distancing and whatnot is making it a bit difficult to actually get together, obviously, with her conditions and whatnot. So I didn't want to leave it too long, really. Basically, in life, what I've learned is, with what I'm able to heal, that is, certain we have predisposed conditions and illnesses within our DNA, okay? And trauma and stress and lots of other factors in life can actually trigger these switches as such, which turn on, an illness like MS, cancer. Experiences can give you PTSD, which obviously there's a predisposed condition that you've had in the past, basically, that kind of becomes your default setting as such. There's a difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind is affected, well, it's actually developed from birth to the age of 12. Your brain is operating in like a meditative state and acts like a sponge. All experiences, spoken, written, experienced, heard, said, basically get absorbed like a sponge in your brain. And that kind of thing becomes your default setting, regardless of what your conscious mind thinks and feels. Your subconscious always becomes your default. And I've discovered that a lot of things that I've been dealing with were actually related to my subconscious mind, not my conscious mind. My conscious mind is completely clear, focused, knows what I want to do, where I want to go. But obviously there's been a couple of stumbling blocks I've had over the last 10 months, really. And I'm finding my way and clearing that as I'm going along. And the more I do that work, the better this kind of intuitive, this knowing that I have becomes more, well, it's stronger, basically. I get a feeling in my body now that tells me that, yeah, okay, you're right, you're on point, it's the right thing, you should be saying this. And I've been applying these kind of things to other people. And obviously, the friend I had that had MS or has MS, for instance, just within a couple of meditations and a couple of other, kind of not odd but unusual methods that I use, has actually made a massive impact to her and her life and her well-being. Well, a week Friday ago, we had a call from her consultant for her recent, latest brain scan that she has, because she has, she's being monitored heavily for PML, which I believe is actually affecting her vision and could affect her mobility and everything, basically, because how MS operates is it keeps eating into good tissue and nerve when it shouldn't be, really. That's the basic way of explaining it, but I can get my friend to kind of explain it a little bit more in detail when we do actually get together, because she knows all the medical side of stuff, and obviously we still need doctors and nurses and medicines and things like that. What I do is kind of like it goes on top of that or goes alongside it as such. But the consultant was quite baffled, really, by the fact that Bob, as my friend calls her MS, she calls it Bob. Bob wasn't anywhere to be seen. Any further development in her scans, obviously the lesions and things of where he's been before were still there and still showing up. But the fact that he'd basically gone to sleep was quite a remarkable finding, really. And it's actually been asleep since I've started working with her, which is very, very telling that whatever it is that we've been doing together, well, how I've been guiding her and things I've been getting her to do, and certain meditations that she does, that seem to be help healing her. I've learned Reiki quite recently. I'm a master teacher level, and I'm thinking of taking it further because I feel that my energy is very, very healing in a number of different ways, not just with Reiki, with my wisdom, things I just seem to have a knowing about, having a conversation with people, and it's like a light bulb moment. Something I say triggers a memory for them, and then it's like very significant to them and their path and their journey. Well, that seems to be the way that I seem to know what it is each individual needs as such. It's quite difficult to explain how how I actually do it, because it's not quite by any normal method. It seems to be like discussions, guidance on, positive affirmations. They're quite powerful. Learning to realize that things don't happen to you, they happen for you to learn and you to grow. And the meditations as well seem to help purge old wounds, old heartbreaks, illnesses. I mean, it can be applied to quite a lot, actually. Well, pretty much everything that I've done so far, which I find is quite amazing. But I was doing all this before I even studied any of it, which is what I find quite mind-blowing, actually, that I intuitively knew about healing, about how to fix people, how to turn switches back off, which is what we've managed to do with this MS case, basically. The consultant's amazed, thinks it's fantastic, his message was, keep doing what you're doing, because something really good is happening, it's working. Obviously, I've extended my offer of help to other patients that he may have, and obviously my friend will be discussing it and telling other patients while she's having treatments and things about what she's doing. And then hopefully, they'll want to be fixed, or they'll want help, guidance, or whatever, and I can take things a bit further with them, like I have done for my friend. Now, it's not just MS that, again, this doesn't just work on MS. This works on pretty much anything that I'm coming across right now. I'm having people come to me with different types of trauma from their childhoods, growing up, even more recently. You could have a situation, PTSD is brought on, and it's not necessarily that particular incident that actually created the PTSD that the patient might think it is. It's usually something that's happened from the 12 years of birth to growth that our minds absorb, and it's that nagging. It's like the good side and the bad side. Your conscious mind is the good side. The subconscious mind is not always, but it's kind of like the bad side because it becomes your default. Now, you can do a number of things repeatedly. You can do things the long-winded way, with like positive affirmations every day, writing intentions, setting and writing intentions, following them through. But I found with my methods, the way I do things progress quickly. Things change rapidly. As I'm still quite mind blown, really, at how this MS case has come out like this. Obviously, she's having another scan next month, so we'll know a bit more from that. And hopefully once social distancing and things like that improve with the hospital situation, where my friend's able to spend time with people that she knows through her treatments, to be able to give them the information and the help, that I can offer them, which is really exciting. I got to be fair. I think it's great, because all I want to do is just help people, you know. It works on if you're feeling down, you're depressed, you're anxious, what I think are fairly sort of simple things, which life throw at us regularly. Once I guide you through this kind of process, which is quite quick, I check certain things about your body, which is a bit unusual. But obviously, you're not naked, you're fully dressed. But it's just to check whether your channels and things like that are kind of open, really, to be able to work on them. Now, Reiki can open channels. So if you're not into meditating, for instance, then Reiki healing can work, but that takes time. You have to have a few sessions. It depends really how quickly you want to sort of improve your life, make yourself feel a bit better, remove any obstacles or things or blockages you think that are stopping you, I mean, I seem to be able to work out what it is. And trust me, I've worked with about 15 different people since February, and every single one has been different. And some of them I can do within a couple of days. Some take a bit longer, and obviously ones with predisposed illnesses or conditions, that's a continuous thing. But the difference that it's made for my friend is quite remarkable. She was getting to the stage of needing a stick all the time for stability and getting around, and her vision was, she was having blind spots, for, up to 10 minutes, sometimes longer, but more recently she's only had them last for just a few minutes, which is an improvement as well in itself, and that's been documented with her consultant, obviously, I mean, I'm not going against anything that modern medicine does for you, but there are a lot of conditions that people take medicines for that they don't necessarily need medicine for. It's just masking their problem. It's not actually solving the issue that's creating the problem. Now, that's something I can definitely do. I've removed certain medications from my life since I've started this process. So I know that, it can work pretty much with a lot of other conditions. I just wanted to really just jump in and kind of give you the gist of, the great news that we've had, that proves that what it is that I'm doing, it does actually help. And it does work in other situations. It can remove things almost instantly, like irritable bowel syndrome. If you're suffering from that's something that I used to have a lot. Generally, I only get it now from eating things that I shouldn't be eating, basically. But, I'm dairy intolerant, and there's not a lot I can do about that. But, adjusting to it, learning, listening to my body, I now know I can't eat dairy. And there's certain things I might say to you, you might have to change or adjust, Don't be scared. It's not anything that's weird or out of the ordinary, what I do. It's just a bit unusual to like go into your doctor or your nurse and talking to them about something and they come out with a medical fact, I know what I do actually has had quite a lot of medical studies have been performed on some of these things that I actually do. So I know there's a lot of science behind backing up what it is that I'm able to guide you to do. It's always your energy, your energy that heals you, because your energy is unique to you, just like it is for everybody else. So basically, it was just a point to put out there, really, just to let people know that I'm not just talking. I know. Well, I feel. I've got to get that right. I feel what I do really works. Now I've had this information by somebody who's in the know that kind of helps back me up, gives me more confidence again, you know. Like I said, I didn't study any of this stuff. I started this before I studied any of this stuff. And then I discovered that there was science behind what I was doing. So, and that's pushing me forward more and more. You know, I really want to put this message out there that this stuff I do, it can help you, you know. So whatever your condition, whatever your problem, whatever your situation, you know, send me a message if you want some help, or if you want to see if this can help you, you know, just drop me a message, comment on the video. I just, you know, the ones who know me, they've got my number, or they've got access to my social media. You know, I've got social media accounts for the spiritual guidance page, but I don't mind you contacting me on my own personal page, you know. So just search me out, drop us a message, and, you know, I'll see what I can do for you. You know, I mean, I'm helping people through video message, video chatting, just messaging basically as well, you know, seems to enlighten and heal people too, just my words. So yeah, if you feel like, you know, you want to try something out, try something a bit different, or add it to whatever other therapy you're currently undergoing, then yeah, you know, it doesn't interfere with any of that. It only enhances it. But what I feel it does is it actually, it switches that condition off, you know, like a light bulb. Turn a light bulb on a switch. You can turn the same switch back off. It's actually knowing which switch it is to turn off. So whatever your trigger is or isn't, just ask me some questions. I'm more than willing to help you. It's what I feel I'm here to do anyway. So just thought I'd give you a quick message. Actually, I just noticed it's gone about 17 minutes long, so it's a bit longer than normal. So yeah, just yeah, reach out if you want some help. I've got a few more people that are going to be coming to me shortly once they've seen their doctors and consultants and whatnot with their particular treatments and conditions they're undergoing. So yeah, so I'll be starting work on those pretty soon. So yeah, so just give me a bell. I'd love to help. Have a great day. Bye.